I never talked to them about investing on costuming. I never talked to them about doing extra practices or rehearsals before every performance. So the consequence was that some of them quit. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Addicted to Shimmy podcast show. This is a podcast addressed to dance instructors, dance teachers, or whoever wants to start teaching and needs some help with tips, marketing, organization, leadership skills. Well, this is the purpose of this podcast. And well, let me tell you that from now on, I'm going to do this podcast just once a month because I'm doing so many other things. I'm providing to the community a lot of free dance classes through my YouTube channel. I have my own dance troupe and we meet in person. So there's so much going on, but also I would like to keep sharing with you valuable information that I have learned through the years because I've been dancing since 2006. It's going to be almost 20 years. I've been through so much because I have lived in different countries. So that has allowed me to have plenty of experience to share with you so you can apply these tips, this information to your dance classes and your dance groups. So from now on, the first Tuesday of every month, you are going to be able to see the new episode of this podcast. So let's get started. Today we're going to talk about how to start your own troupe, or even if you already have a troupe and you are struggling because you have different point of views, different opinions, different goals. Well, this is the right moment to pause and see what's going on. So today we're going to talk about 5 tips that you can apply before starting your troupe, or you can also do it if you already have a troupe or a group, a dance group. I very often hear dance friends that say, hey, I would like to start my own dance group, my professional group, or whatever, but I don't feel like I'm ready. So if you don't start, you never will be ready. You have to start at some point with whatever you know, that I'm trusting that you are already a dance instructor. Um, you have to just do it. But there is a difference between just jumping into it just because you want to do it, but even when you don't know how to do it, or when you do your research and have a better idea about how to do it. A dance troupe is different from your regular dance classes. Why? Because a dance troupe has a very unique purpose, and also that purpose has to be defined by yourself. And it doesn't matter if we're talking about ATS, American Tribal Style, Fat Chance Belly Dance Style, that is the same thing. Any other kind of belly dance style or any other dance. As I mentioned before, you need to do it. That's the way that you're gonna get experience, by doing it, right? So the first thing you need to ask yourself, what do I want to achieve with this group? What is the purpose of this group? And let me tell you why it's very important to talk about this. When I started my dance troupe, I had like 5, 6 students, and I thought, well, maybe we can start a professional troupe to perform, to go up to the next level, polish technique, and be very united, and all those things that I had in my head, but that I never shared with them. And also, I didn't know exactly what was the purpose, so I never shared that purpose with them. So let me just go back to the topic. Ask yourself why. Do I want a group to bring together women and just hang out and dance and have fun? Do I want a group to perform in a regular basis and at, at some point start making money out of that? Or I want to travel with them and offer workshops. So, what is the purpose of that dance troupe? When you define, when you find the purpose, everything is going to fall in place easier. So, coming back to, to my story, um, I never talked to them about performing in a regular basis. I never talked to them about investing on costuming. I never talked to them about doing extra practices or rehearsals before every performance. So the consequence was that some of them quit because it wasn't what they were looking for. They were happy to attend a weekly class and just hang out and laugh, and for them it was just a hobby. So what you want to do is to make sure that the people that you want to include or invite into your dance troupe are on the same page. You are going to communicate your goals with them, and from there you're going to see if they align with your purpose or if they don't. Okay. Number two, make a plan. It's important to set how often you want them to meet. How often are you going to teach? Um, how is going to be the process, the learning process for them? Is going to be faster? Is going to be like with more discipline? Is going to be just as a regular class? What do you expect from them and what they should expect from you? Your classes are going to last for 60 minutes, for 90 minutes, for 2 hours. It's up to you. But this is very important. Also, you need to set the day or the days that you're going to practice. That way, when you make auditions, you're going to share this information with them and they are going to be able to see if they are available, if they are interested, or if they are not. So that takes me to the point number 3, that is make auditions. Probably you're thinking, well, I already have a troupe and I didn't do auditions. I didn't make auditions, and that's what it is. And we are struggling because we don't know what's going on. We just we meet up and some of them don't show up. Well, this is a good time to organize a meeting and talk about it, right? In my case, I just did not long ago, 3 months ago, I did auditions. I posted on my social media about it. I posted what I wanted or what I was expecting from the people that wanted to come to do the auditions, and they showed up. So I did auditions. I saw how they danced, their technique. I saw their goals. I had to, honestly, I had to let go some people because they weren't aligned to what I wanted to create, right? So sometimes you have to let go people. And the auditions, from my point of view, the auditions are not just to see their technical skills or their dance skills. Auditions are also to see if you are on the same page, if they are willing to commit to what you are talking about, your project, right? Some people, as I mentioned before, probably they just want to hang out and have some time once a week to relax, to they see it as a hobby, right? So if you see it as a hobby as well, you have to share that. Well, this is going to be a women community or whatever. Probably it's everybody's welcome here. It's up to you. But once you talk about it, you can see if they are aligned to your with your idea with your project. Sometimes they are going to say, well, yeah, I'm very excited and I want to be part of it, but I cannot commit, but I cannot do this, but I don't like this. And that's the moment when you're going to decide if you keep going with the auditions or you just say, you know what, I don't think we don't match. We're looking for different things. Thank you so much. And part ways as friends and all good. Okay? So that's up to you. Depends on your goals and your purpose. Also consider that not everybody sees the things the way you do. Not everybody wants to perform. Not everybody wants to be a professional dancer. Not everybody has your vision. And even when you're very excited or you can be very excited about your project, probably if some people are going to say, hey, I don't like that. And that's totally fine. That happened to me. We were 5, 6. We ended up being just 3 because just 2 of them were aligned to what I wanted to achieve. So it was good. I mean, we were a trio, a perfect trio. But my mistake is that I never communicated with them what I wanted to achieve, what I wanted to do with them as a group. And we were performing probably once a month, and it required some extra rehearsals, extra meetings. You need to talk to them about how much they are going to invest in case or if they join. So that's a very important thing because so many people are very good at dancing, they commit to the practices and rehearsals, but at the end of the day, they don't want to invest in costuming. And if your plan is to perform, well, there is going to be a problem there. So last one, set expectations. Once you have your troupe members ready to start, everything is good to go, you need to do what I call a dance code. This is a document where you are going to set your expectations and also what they should expect from you. What is allowed and what is not allowed. That's very important, very powerful to be clear. Someone told me, well, as an adult, we know, but let me tell you that I totally disagree with that. Even by being adults, we all have different point of views, different perspectives, different opinions, different life background, and for each of us can be different, right? For example, for someone, it could be okay to have a drink a beer during the class, and for you, it's not, right? And both are adults, but we all have a different way to see life. So as a leader of the group, you need to set these standards or expectations that you are going to share on a document. That's a very powerful tool to keep everybody on the same page. And last, the regulations. The regulations are a little more simple than the dance code. The dance code talks more about deeper stuff, like what you want to achieve with them, what are the goals, what is the vision, all those things that you want to create with the group. And also, like, for example, in my case, we don't speak or we don't talk about religion, sexuality, diversity, and all that stuff, in politics in the class. We don't talk about that. Why? Because it's really hard to agree in those topics, and we have so many beautiful, amazing, and fun topics to talk about that we don't need to focus on something that is going to divide us or create a problem, right? And the regulations are more simple, like you cannot be late. Very basic rules that are going to help you to avoid misunderstandings and problems in the future. So instead of saying, hey, you're not allowed to have a beer, or hey, you're not allowed to miss 2 classes or 50% of the classes that you're missing, instead of having those conversations, you just anticipate those problems and find a way to find a solution before the problem gets here. Hope this makes sense. So you are visualizing the future, and to prevent a problem, you're going to create your dance code and your regulations. They don't have to be complicated. It could be something very simple. In my case, I don't have the documents open, and I don't want to waste your time, but the regulations are just 5 points, and the dance code are 10, something like that. But one of them is printed out on a sheet, and the other one another sheet. That's it. It doesn't have to be pages and pages, and it doesn't have to be very complicated and boring. So I hope this helps. If you want to create your dance group, go ahead, start with the process. It can be really fun if you do it in the right way, if you use this information to avoid conflict. So I hope you find this information useful. Leave me a comment if you have any questions, or if you would like to include something else that I missed. That would be awesome. So thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye.